To force oneself to believe and to accept a thing without understanding is political and not spiritual or intellectual. There is no fire like passion. There is no shark like hatred. There is no snare like folly. There is no torrent like greed. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. It is like a lighted torch whose flame can be distributed to ever so many other torches which people may bring along. And therewith they will cook food and dispel darkness, while the original torch itself remains burning ever the same. It is even so with the bliss of teaching. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. Bahujana hiya bahujana sukhiya lokana kampeya. For the good of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. So also is the case if I don't care the one abusing me. He is the one going to be demeaned. Those which arise dependently are free of inherent existence. All phenomena do not inherently exist because of being dependent arisings. All phenomena do not inherently exist because of being dependently imputed. A man is not called wise because he talks and talks again. But if he is peaceful, loving, and fearless, then he is in truth called wise. I was born into the world as the King of Truth for the salvation of the world. Every morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. Of those beings who live in ignorance, shut up and confined, as it were, in an egg, I have first broken the eggshell of ignorance and alone in the universe obtained the most exalted, universal Buddhahood. Through the round of many births I roamed without reward, without rest, seeking the house builder. Painful as birth again and again. House builder, you're seen. You will not build a house again. All your rafters broken, the ridgepole destroyed, gone to the unformed, the mind has come to the end of craving. The tongue like a sharp knife, kills without drawing blood. Words do not express thoughts very well. Everything immediately becomes a little different, a little distorted, a little foolish. And yet it also pleases me and seems right that what is of value and wisdom of one man seems nonsense to another. He who loves 50 people has 50 woes. He who loves no one has no woes. He who envies others does not obtain peace of mind. Emotion arises from desire, hence an illusion. A woman of the world is anxious to exhibit her form and shape, whether walking, standing, sitting, or sleeping. Even when represented as a picture, she desires to captivate with the charms of her beauty and, thus, to rob men of their steadfast heart. All beings tremble before violence. All fear death. All love life. See yourself in others. Then whom can you hurt? What harm can you do? Even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely. Whoever sees me sees the teaching, and whoever sees the teaching sees me. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Tune as the sitar, neither high nor low, and we will dance away the hearts of men. Greater than all the joys of heaven and earth, greater still than dominion over all the worlds, is the joy of reaching this dream. Who have not led the holy life nor riches won while young, they linger on as aged cranes around a fished-out pond. Let a man leave anger, let him forsake pride, let him overcome all bondage. No sufferings befall the man who is not attached to name and form, and who calls nothing his own. Tr. Friedrich Max Müller. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back, and choose the path that leads to wisdom. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Those who have failed to work toward the truth have missed the purpose of living. A wise person can enter and dwell in his own teacher's knowledge, having realized it for himself through knowledge. Virtue is persecuted more by the wicked than it is loved by the good. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Purity or impurity depends on oneself. No one can purify another. In a controversy, the instant we feel anger, we have already ceased striving for the truth and have begun striving for ourselves. Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who said it, no matter if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense. He has no need for faith who knows the uncreated, who has cut off rebirth, who has destroyed any opportunity for good or evil, and cast away all desire. He is indeed the ultimate man. I do not believe in a fate that falls on men however they act, but I do believe in a fate that falls on them unless they act. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. You are the community now. Be a lamp for yourselves. Be your own refuge. Seek for no other. All things must pass. Strive on diligently. Don't give up. Do not believe in anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in anything simply because it is spoken and rumored by many. Do not believe in anything simply because it is found written in your religious books. But after observation and analysis, when you find that anything agrees with reason and is conducive to the good and benefit of one and all, then accept it and live up to it. The gift of truth excels all other gifts. Like a caring mother holding and guarding the life off her only child, so with a boundless heart of loving kindness, hold yourself and all beings your beloved children. There are only two mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. Anger will never disappear so long as thoughts of resentment are cherished in the mind. Anger will disappear just as soon as thoughts of resentment are forgotten. Remove the letter I-E-G-O and word want, desire, from the statement, I want happiness, and you will be remained with happiness. First, rely on the spirit and meaning of the teachings, not on the words. Second, rely on the teachings, not on the personality of the teacher. Third, rely on real wisdom, not superficial interpretation. And fourth, rely on the essence of your pure wisdom mind, not on judgmental perceptions. With fools, there is no companionship. Rather than to live with men who are selfish, vain, quarrelsome, and obstinate, let a man walk alone. If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. Mirror, mirror on the wall, show the real me or not at all. Without health, life is not life. It is only a state of languor and suffering, an image of death. When one has the feeling of dislike for evil, when one feels tranquil, one finds pleasure in listening to good teachings. When one has these feelings and appreciates them, one is free of fear. Conquer the angry one by not getting angry. Conquer the wicked by goodness. Conquer the stingy by generosity, and the liar by speaking the truth. Greater in battle than the man who would conquer 1,000 men is he who would conquer just one, himself. Better to conquer yourself than others. When you've trained yourself, living in constant self-control, neither a Deva nor Gandhava, nor a Mara banded with Brahmas, could turn that triumph back into defeat. What we think, we become. To enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. If a man can control his mind, he can find the way to enlightenment, and all wisdom and virtue will naturally come to him. Meditate, Ananda, do not delay, or else you will regret it later. This is our instruction to you. What is evil? Killing is evil, lying is evil, slandering is evil, abuse is evil, gossip is evil, envy is evil, hatred is evil, to cling to false doctrine is evil. All these things are evil. And what is the root of evil? Desire is the root of evil. Illusion is the root of evil. Those who are free of resentful thoughts surely find peace. Without health, life is not life, it is only a state of languor and suffering, an image of death. Friendship is the only cure for hatred, the only guarantee of peace. A dog is not considered a good dog because he is a good barker. A man is not considered a good man because he is a good talker. There is nothing so disobedient as an undisciplined mind, and there is nothing so obedient as a disciplined mind. As you walk and eat and travel, be where you are. Otherwise, you will miss most of your life. Look not to the faults of others, nor to their omissions and commissions, but rather look to your own acts, to what you have done and left undone. Even as a solid rock is unshaken by the wind, so are the wise unshaken by praise or blame. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. May all that have life be delivered from suffering. Whatever words we utter should be chosen with care, for people will hear them and be influenced by them for good or ill. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Let my skin and sinews and bones dry up, together with all the flesh and blood of my body. I welcome it, but I will not move from this spot until I have attained the supreme and final wisdom. We live in illusion and the appearance of things. There is a reality. We are that reality. When you understand this, you see that you are nothing, and being nothing, you are everything. That is all. Human desires are the main cause of suffering. There is nothing more dreadful than the habit of doubt. Doubt separates people. It is a poison that disintegrates friendships and breaks up pleasant relations. It is a thorn that irritates and hurts. It is a sword that kills. Doubt everything. Find your own light. An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself, and that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. When we free ourselves from desire, we will know serenity and freedom. Attachment leads to suffering. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think we become. The foolish man conceives the idea of self. The wise man sees there is no ground on which to build the idea of self. Thus, he has a right conception of the world and well concludes that all compounds amassed by sorrow will be dissolved again, but the truth will remain. Is this an ego high or a peaceful high? Let yourself be open and life will be easier. A spoon of salt in a glass of water makes the water undrinkable. A spoon of salt in a lake is almost unnoticed. In the sky, there is no distinction of east and west. People create distinctions out of their own minds and then believe them to be true. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. How wonderful, How wonderful! All things are perfect, exactly as they are. Happiness comes when your work and words are of benefit to others. Just to say, I believe, or I do not doubt, does not mean that you understand and see. To force oneself to see and accept a thing without understanding is political and not spiritual or intellectual. I am not the first Buddha who came upon earth, nor shall I be the last. In due time, another Buddha will arise in the world, a holy one, a supremely enlightened one, endowed with wisdom and conduct, auspicious, knowing the universe, an incomparable leader of men, a master of angels and mortals. To live a pure, unselfish life, one must count nothing as one's own in the midst of abundance. I shall live here in the rains, there in winter, elsewhere in summer. Muses the fool, not aware of the nearness of death. He who loves 50 people has 50 woes. He who loves no one has no woes. Do not overrate what you have received, nor envy others. He who envies others does not obtain peace of mind. Do not accept anything because it comes from the mouth of a respected person. The only way to bring peace to the earth is to learn to make our own life peaceful. The virtuous man delights in this world, and he delights in the next. Javaka, I say that there are 3 instances in which meat should not be eaten. When it is seen, heard, or suspected. I say that meat should not be eaten in these 3 instances. I say that there are 3 instances in which meat may be eaten. When it is not seen, not heard, and not suspected. I say that meat may be eaten in these 3 instances. To become vegetarian is to step into the stream which leads to nirvana. Work out your own salvation. Do not depend on others. When the aggregates arise, decay and die. O Bhikkhu, every moment you are born, decay, and die. Be your own lamp. Seek no other refuge but yourself. Let truth be your light. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. A man should first direct himself in the way he should go. Only then should he instruct others. Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful. Quote, live in joy and love, even among those who hate. Live in joy, in health, even among the afflicted. Live in joy, in peace, even among the troubled. Look within, be still. Free from fear and attachment, know the sweet joy of the way. All descriptions of reality are temporary hypotheses. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. How blissful it is for one who has nothing. Attainers of wisdom are people with nothing. See him suffering, one who has something, a person bound in mind with people. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts and made up of our thoughts. If a man speak or act with an evil thought, suffering follows him as the wheel follows the hoof of the beast that draws the wagon. If a man speak or act with a good thought, happiness follows him like a shadow that never leaves him. You, yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. Like the moon, come out from behind the clouds, shine. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Through zeal knowledge is gotten, through lack of zeal knowledge is lost. With our thoughts we make the world. Those who consider the inessential to be essential and see the essential as inessential don't reach the essential, living in the field of wrong intention. You are as the yellow leaf. The messengers of death are at hand. You are to travel far away. What will you take with you? You are the lamp to lighten the way. Then hurry, hurry. When your light shines without impurity or desire, you will come into the boundless country. Your life is falling away. Death is at hand. Where will you rest on the way? What have you taken with you? You are the lamp to lighten the way. Then hurry, hurry. When your light shines purely, you will not be born and you will not die. Silence the angry man with love. Silence the ill-natured man with kindness. Silence the miser with generosity. Silence the liar with truth. Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. Foolish people are idle, wise people are diligent. Speak the truth, do not become angered, and give when asked, even be it a little. By these three conditions one goes to the presence of the gods. Patience is the highest asceticism. Three things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. What is the happiness? Is it really happiness? Nothing stable, just happen, stay, and decay. Everything is impermanence, dissatisfaction, and nothing can ever belong to itself. Just as a line drawn on water with a stick will quickly vanish and will not last long, even so is human life like a line drawn on water. It is short, limited, and brief. It is full of suffering, full of tribulation. This one should wisely understand. One should do good and live a pure life. For none who is born can escape death. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. I never see what has been done. I only see what remains to be done. Whatever a monk keeps pursuing with his thinking and pondering, that becomes the inclination of his awareness. Just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. Through countless births in the cycle of existence I have run, not finding although seeking the builder of this house. And again I faced the suffering of new birth. O house builder, now you are seen. You shall not build a house again for me. All your beams are broken. The ridgepole is shattered. The mind has become freed from conditioning. The end of craving has been reached. It is a man's own mind, not his enemy or foe, that lures him to evil ways. Our life is shaped by our mind, for we become what we think. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. True love is born from understanding. A jug fills drop by drop. However many holy words you read, however many you speak, what good will they do you if you do not act on upon them? Hatred does not cease through hatred at any time. Hatred ceases through love. This is an unalterable law. Just as treasures are uncovered from the earth, so virtue appears from good deeds, and wisdom appears from a pure and peaceful mind. To walk safely through the maze of human life, one needs the light of wisdom and the guidance of virtue. The mind is everything. What you think you become. You only lose what you cling to. Few among men are they who cross to the further shore. The others merely run up and down the bank on this side. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you, not by angels or by demons, heaven or hell. Hard to restrain, unstable is this mind. It flits wherever it lists. Good it is to control the mind. A controlled mind brings happiness. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, not to worry about the future, nor to anticipate troubles, but to live the present moment wisely and earnestly. Now, Kalamas, don't go by reports, by legends, by traditions, by scripture, by logical conjecture, by inference, by analogies, by agreement through pondering views, by probability, or by the thought. This contemplative is our teacher. When you know for yourselves that these qualities are skillful, these qualities are blameless, these qualities are praised by the wise, these qualities, when adopted and carried out, lead to welfare and to happiness, then you should enter and remain in. It is better to travel well than to arrive.